betrothal. Go back to her arranged marriage. Natural lineage. She's no longer the heir, so it doesn't really matter. But I'd still rather have her have the possibility. So the adult, okay, there's one. Was there anyone with a high? I can marry him matrilineally just for his high stewardship, which would bring him here, and I could make him my new steward. But I think instead I'm just gonna have her get betrothed to a prince of France. Oops. So, anyway, as usual, I'm going to be looking for a new steward. And I will be back either once something happens or... Oh, well, I just found one. So, yeah, I'll be back once something happens. So, I will talk to you guys later. Also, something I didn't notice, apparently our levies lost the war, or our retinues lost the battle. That's a little disconcerting. Oops. That's not good. That's nicht gut. And send them on. So, it's not like we are in the midst of a war or anything, so we don't really have to worry about weakening ourselves too much. But anyway, I'll be back in a bit. Apparently, Powys has become Saxon, which I didn't realize I was, or my guy was Saxon. I'd rather him be Irish, obviously, but whatever. But this is interesting. Apparently the Hansa event is a random event. If you remember correctly, I had recorded for a bit and it crashed. Well, the Hansa was founded during that time period that I recorded but lost. But several German merchant guilds and trade cities along the shores of northern Europe have come together in Hamburg to form the Hanseatic League with the blessing of Kaiser Berthold II of the Holy Roman Empire. This loose confederation of free imperial cities is dedicated towards the continued prosperity of its members and the mutual defense of any merchant vessels flying its flag. Their eventual and unstated goal, of course, is to one day completely dominate all trade along the Baltic and North Seas. That is bound to ruffle some feathers somewhere. And it's a daughter. I'd rather have a daughter, I guess, than than yet another son. Looks like Norway. Sweden has gotten their shit together, but Norway immediately gets 19 and 18. Okay. What was it? See, I kind of want to go after some English territory just because they've been divided for so long. But because they've been divided for so long, I don't know when they're going to get their act together. So I think I'm just going to go with the safe bet and continue with Brittany. and I'll be back in a little bit. I was one of the first to saddle my horse and chase after the bandits who had stolen one of the valuable chalices from our church. When I returned exhausted and with filthy clothes, I was told the old priest had simply misplaced the chalice. He appreciated my effort at least, and so I gained 15 piety for that. Well, I guess that's cool. And we're going to build a medium stable now. If you haven't figured it out, I'm just going down, building it to the largest that it'll go, and then moving on to the next. Uh, so, yeah, it's like, it's costly and everything, but whatever. It gives me more troops, and it gives me more, retinue cap for having a standing army. My wife, Queen Marth, has asked me to get rid of one of my courtiers, whom she finds mighty annoying. On one hand, Marth might not be happy if I refuse her request, but if I fire the annoying man, maybe people will feel my wife has too much influence over my action. Who is he? He's my marshal? Yeah. I'm sorry. You're not, especially a 25? Yeah. You'd be cray. Just going through, see if there is anyone better than what I currently have, and there isn't. So, I will be back later, when something else interesting happens. Okay, there's a new, whatever you want to call it, Civil War, I guess. And I'm going after the Isle of Man, as I guess you guys could have guessed. Let's raise everything up. Everything here will be going there, into the actual Isle. Actually, I'm going to have them meet up in Cumberland first, just in case they are anywhere nearby. Also, my son turned 6, so let's do diplomacy. Oh shit. Do I want the diplomacy, or do I want... Ooh, he wouldn't lose. I'm uncertain whether he would. I'm just gonna go the safe route and do that. It's not like we really need the money too awfully much. Okay, build that. Okay. Actually, you guys are going to be the force that goes there, and you guys can be the sieging force. So, I'll be back in a bit, once something of interest happens. What I think I may do is fight off the Scottish army itself just to prolong this war. Because if Scotland ends this war too quickly, then I'm not going to have time to actually take the Isle of Man. Who's this? Her daughter? Yes. Being as she's the second born, it's not that big of a deal. Duke of Lithuania. There's a Scottish army there. Send him there. And what is this? betrothal between her and I don't care. If she turns 17 and isn't married, then I'll take an interest in it. But right now, it's not a big deal. Perfect. Take this large experiment. I don't really care. Actually, in fact, I'm just gonna ransom him off. He doesn't actually care about him. Well, this war is over, I'll probably just end up releasing him. I'm actually not going to have it dismiss it, just in case I might forget. And I think that's going to be about it. I'll be back once the isle is ours, and yeah. So, I'm actually allied with, I can't think of them, Brittany. Now, he married my daughter, or his son married my daughter, and so he's decided to answer his call, my call to arms, which I just do whenever I get the option to make the option go away. But anyway, I'll be back, like I said, once the Isle of Man is ours. And wow. Wow. They've brought a lot of troops, so I don't see a reason not to. Okay, another 6 days. Yeah. And I'm not the leader of the siege. What? This is not my concern. He would gain a gluttonous trait, which is no good. Brave would be good. Brave. Let's try and get good. Excellent. It's weird that I'm not the leader of the siege, but I guess since I'm not the leader of the siege, I can have this army go up there and whoa, what? Okay, well, whatever. Go back. You have been studying alchemy recently for the sole purpose of learning everything you can about poisons. You have learned the answers to important questions such as which poisons are the most potent, which are the most difficult to detect, and how best to guard against them. This knowledge may save my life one day. I gain 1 prestige. Okay. And okay, there we go. And we have that. See if you won't. Okay. Where is he? Ethel? Where is he himself? Gallery. Where the hell is Gallery? Wait, there. Okay. I'm gonna go see if I can capture him. There's gonna be some fighting along the way. Your experience